Starry Legend on top.
But Starry Legend, what a nice horse, won it by a length, Frosted.
But Fanciful Top is the best on the card.
And it's all the top. Fanciful Top is going to do it well. Vivid Red Sky second and Saunter Boy.
Take note, I forgot to add this in, but I'm having 5 units each way on the Stylist.
This Good and Proper's going to flash home late. They hit it. Photo. The Stylist all Good and Proper.
So I'm confident about Anavisto's chances.
Anavisto going great guns. Is going to do it. Anavisto won the Bendigo Guineas a length.
But Fighting Harada can hopefully blast us out.
Final favourite home at Bendigo. Fighting Harada, 1 1/4 length and 3/4 for Ready Don't.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another racing preview. Did you like the intro? Yeah, it was a bit long, but we're right into it. We're going to get into Caulfield for Saturday, straight into it. Enough talking, enough of the intro, let's get on with it. Race 1 is a benchmark 78 over the 1400 metres. This race has me very confused, the first on the card, but we're taking a look at a recent replay of Von Goal. This was its run 2 starts back at the Valley, and this was it first up. Probably unlucky not to finish closer to the winner in the end. It was a very solid effort. Since this, it's been to All-Star Mile Day where it didn't handle the wet track at all. If it can bounce back to like this sort of form, I think it's got a pretty good chance for Gate 2. Mickey D's in good form. But this race still has me very, very confused and don't know where to look. I thought Pesto, if it didn't draw so wide, I would have had it on top. It's coming from overseas and it'll probably want further as well. Fontaine Diamond was a last start winner at Moonee Valley, but 1400 metres is a query, and Music Edition just never wins, but it's always around about there. But Vongo can hopefully get us off to a good start at Caulfield. Race 2 is a 3-year-old filly's handicap over the 1400 metres. This was a last start replay of Incredulous Dream at Mornington on Mornington Cup Day. So this was 2 weeks ago. It was first up on this occasion. It won very well, albeit in a lower class race. It has to jump up in class, but it did this with great authority. It's had 7 starts for 3 wins in its career, and it's had 3 starts on a good track for 2 wins. So it's never really struck a very firm track, but when it does, it's a good horse, and I think it's the one to beat. I'm having 5 units each way at 50 to 1 until it's over. This horse is coming off a little break. It won a main at Donald, but did it very well, and I think it's over the odds at 50 to 1. Always in Moment will get a good run from Gate 4, and the Agreeable is just way too short for me. I thought the first up run took a bit out of it, but Incredulous Dream until it's over are the 2 for me. Race 3 is the listed 2-year-old Reduced Choice Stakes over the 1100 metres. We're going all the way up to Sydney for this replay, and it is the short price favourite, Najmati. This was its main win. I think it was on the Kensington track, and it did this very well. This horse is a smart horse, and it let down very, very well. It's one to look for the future. The obvious query is Gate 9 getting back on Saturday, and about it handling Caulfield. Caulfield's the hardest track to handle in Melbourne by far, coming down from Sydney, especially with a young horse. But if it does handle Caulfield, I think it's a really good chance. $2.30. It's a smart horse in a listed race. Sliders is also a Sydney horse coming down from Sydney. It's got the same queries as Najmati, but Jamie Carr's on it, so you got to give it a chance. Exceed Expect was a good winner at Ballarat in a maiden and can take the step up here. Hunter missed the start last start, and it was well backed last start, so it's got a good chance. But Najmati can hopefully win race 3 at Caulfield. Race 4 is a 3-year-old handicap over the 1600 metres. Now we do part own one in this race, and it is Flying Mascot. And this was its first up when it's Sandown in a very good class. The stable were confident before the race, and they still think she has more improvement to come out of this race. The obvious query is Gate 17, but if she can cross before the hill starts getting steeper around that Caulfield position, then I think she's in with a good chance. The most likely leader, and she has the speed to cross, so if she does, she'll be very hard to beat. Ripper Rita is drawn to get a good run. Greg Year Old Michael Poy, Gate 5, looks a really good horse. Iron Edge draws a good gate for Michael Walker and has been racing in better class races, so will be suited here. Black Pen's just got a bit of a wide gate to contend with, but it will get back and run on. It's a good horse. But Flying Mascot, its nickname is Tavi, so we're going to say to round out this race, go Tavi. Race 5 is a 3-year-old handicap over the 1100 metres. This is the last start replay of Valmaster up in Sydney. In this race, they actually ran a track record. So there's going to be some very strong form lines coming out of this race. Valmaster was only second up on this occasion, so I think third up it'll be peaking at this stage of its prep. In Victoria, it's 2 from 2, and I think it's a class horse. And gate 6, I'm surprised it didn't start favourite for this race. Gate 6, good gate. Michael Walker knows the horse well, and I think it's a touch over the odds at $7. Winsome's a very classy horse. I don't know what it beat at Cranbourne first up, but it beat it and did it with authority, so it has to go in there. Valaquenta, if it just drew a bit more inside, I would have given it a better chance, but at $12 it's a good chance, and More Correspondence won its last 4, so it can't be dismissed. But Valmaster is the one to beat in race 5. Race 6 is an open handicap over the 1,000 metres. Alpha Oro is the horse we're taking a look at here. This was its last first up replay run, because it's first up on the weekend. This was its last first up replay, and this was over the 9:55 at the Valley. This race is over 1,000 metres, so it'll be a good race for it. It's only ever run on a good track once in its short career, and it won with authority. I think it was this night. So loves the good tracks. It loves 1,000 metres, and it's had 3 trials or jump outs coming into this, so it's fully fit, ready to go, and I think it can win. Diamond Effort's been running in better class races. Gate 10's a bit sticky though, but Jamie Carr goes on and it's good first up, and it's the classiest horse in the field, so don't write it off. Sword of Mercy's got a good gate and a good jockey. Octane's a really good horse as well. So 15 units to win on Diamond Effort and 25 units to win on Alpha Oro in race number 6. Race 7 is the Group 3 Easter Cup over the 2,000 metres. We're taking a look at the listed Golden Miles of form reference at Bendigo from last week. Platoon is the one I want to follow out of it. And this horse is on the week back up, obviously. It's already been on the week back up once and it did very well. Gate 13, it's got on the weekend, so it's not ideal because it'll probably race wild without cover. But this run was good enough to suggest that it's a good horse. And at $7.50, I can get entertained about it. The horse I've got in for second is Persan. It's drawn wider than it, so it has less likely chance of getting cover. And that's probably the one reason why I went Platoon. Mohammedeus is a good horse, drawn a good gate, gets a good run, will finish off strong. Ladonda V, good horse. Gate 1, Jamie Carr will go well. But Platoon and Persan are the two to beat for me, slightly leaning towards Platoon. Race 8 is the Group 3 Victoria Handicap over the 1,400 metres. We're going all the way back to Newmarket Day for this form reference, and I want to take out Pretty Brazen. This is my next best on the card this week, and it is Pretty Brazen. This race was a sit and sprint. They went so slow, and I don't think that suits Pretty Brazen all that much. The obvious query is that it's drawn gate 12 on the weekend, so I don't know where it gets to from the barrier, but if it finds a spot, then I think it's unstoppable, and that's why it's my next best on the card. 25 units to win on it at $6. It is the $6 favourite at the moment. Age of Chivalry's got a wide gate as well, but it's a good horse. Mr. Quickie is also the classiest horse in the race, but it has got a wide gate. Riddle Me That hasn't got a wide gate. It gets a good run, but I think there's classier horses than it in the race. Pretty Brazen is the one to beat from me. Race 9 is a benchmark 90 over the 1,600 metres. My best bet of the day comes up in this race, and it is Shandy, and this was its recent win at Sandown first up. This was a very good win considering it was held up for most of the straight, got out and put them away impressively. Draws gate 2 on the weekend, so it'll get a soft run and hopefully get some clear luck in running and can pounce on them and win. I don't think there's any other horse in the race that have a chance of beating it. There's a couple at odds, but that's it. So I'm having 25 units to win on it at $4. Somerset Morm, I think it's first up. It usually does well first up. Gate 4, I think it's over the odds. Re-Edit is also first up. Gate 3, Jamie Carr will get a good run. and Killarney was in that race and didn't run terribly, but it's got a wide gate to contend with. Shandy can hopefully round us out on what's going to be a brilliant day at Caulfield.